Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Desi and Katy collaboration. I was in LA last week and I did attend the launch party, so I was able to get my hands on the entire collection. I was super excited to receive it. Dose of Colors is one of my favorite brands, and Desi and Katy have an amazing personal brand of their own. Everything that they put out is amazing in reference to their photos, their editing, everything is always on point. So I'm sure this collaboration is going to have a few really nice components, and I'm going to show everything to you guys. I'm going to give you some swatches, show you a tutorial, and also share my thoughts on how I feel about everything. I'm going to give you the price breakdown and show you a few different ways that you may be able to use these products if you're interested in picking anything up. So enough rambling, let's jump into these products. When you open up the box, this is what the inside looks like. It's this beautiful picture of Desi and Katy, and there's also this promo card in here. They both look stunning. And this is them wearing their highlighter lipstick, and I'm pretty sure they're both wearing the eyeshadow palette as well. The entire collab does consist of 2 highlighters, an eyeshadow palette, 1 lip gloss, which I forgot, 2 liquid lipsticks, and 2 traditional lipsticks. I'm going to show you swatches of all of those now. And this is the outside of the case. Super beautiful. It has like this textured pattern which shines and looks just very bougie, very glitz and glam, but it doesn't leave like any glitter on your hands, so you don't have to like worry about glitter getting everywhere. The first swatch I'm going to do is of Mírame. I'm just going to take a little bit of this product. It feels super soft. You guys can see that it gives you that very, very reflective glow. This is more of a champagne-y rose gold shade. I'm not sure if you guys are catching that. Super beautiful, and it's a very, very soft pigment. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Fuego, and Fuego looks a little bit more yellow. This one is also super reflective. It does look a little bit more champagne-y than it is. This one is like a light gold. This one's beautiful as well. Next we have the Eyeshadow Pan, which comes in the exact same case. It's just a little bit bigger. And these are the 4 shades that it comes with. It comes with a champagne shade. This is more of a bronzy shade. And this is like a plum toned. And this one is this really pretty like green shade in here. So Suze and Noli look a little bit more like eyeshadows, and these 2 look like pressed pigment. So Harpoon and Turbosan, yeah. So you just want to grab a little bit of this product. They are super soft. So they do have like a little bit of kick, but that's just because they're like pressed pigments. Whew, that color payoff is beautiful. Yeah. This is like this beautiful like yellow toned eyeshadow. I'm just going to try it with a brush as well. Just taking a little bit on my brush. It does also give some pigment as well, but I think that these might work better if you just use your fingers. That shadow is I feel like that's the one I'm going to use today. So that's what it looks like, one with a finger swatch and the other one with a brush. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of Noli. Same thing, that color payoff is beautiful. And it's a really soft pigment. It doesn't seem difficult to work with at all. I'm going to grab that same shade on a brush. And this one is like a bronze shade, and it has like gold reflex in there. Color pigmentation is really nice. It's very similar swatch with a brush than it is with your finger. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit of Turbosan and swatch that with my finger. I love the way that these feel, and these don't have any primer. My hand isn't wet. There's nothing. This is just straight from the pan right on to my hand. Stunning. Now I'm just going to take a little bit on the brush, and I'm going to swatch right next to it. Okay, so that doesn't really show up at all with the brush swatch. A little bit of the shimmer comes through, but you really get a nice payoff when you use your finger with these. I was just reading the little information card that comes with these. So Suze, Harpoon, and Turbosan are all best to be used with a finger. So I'm still going to give you brush swatches, but these are supposed to really come through when you use your finger, either to like warm it up or to just apply that product all over your lid. And the last one I'm going to swatch is Harpoon. I love how all of the shades are named after their dogs. Super cute. Yes, they are so buttery. They do have, if you take too much, you are going to see it on the lid. So you should just apply just a little bit at a time so that you can pack it up to the opacity that you want. But that is beautiful. They're like one of the softest pigment formulas I've ever felt. And that color payoff is everything. It gives you this very metallic wet look without using like an actual pigment or glitter adhesive. So you're getting kind of like 2-in-1. You're getting like an eyeshadow product, something that isn't too difficult to work with, that you can just apply to your lid, but it's still going to give you that like ultra metallic look, which I really like. And then I'm just going to show you a brush swatch just so you can see the difference, even though I know that you're supposed to just use your hand. Yeah, this one barely shows up. You can only see just a hint of the shimmer right here, but it really comes through when you use your fingers. So now I'm going to show you swatches of the lip products. So the first one is Over the Top, which when I saw it online, it's just this very glittery gold lip product. So that's what it looks like. So it looks really pretty on the lips. This is just straight on my bare lips. The glitter granules in there don't feel uncomfortable. They're not like cutting my lip or anything. Doesn't feel like super sticky. Just a comfortable gloss. And it just looks really shiny. Like in person, you can see just a slight gold reflex going on in there, but it's not like tacky. It's just a very like subtle, sophisticated glitter lip gloss, you know, if I can call it that. But it looks cute. I like it. I wasn't too sure if I was going to be into it. I'm not really into like glitter glosses like that. But I think that this is pretty. And I think on top of something, it'll look really, really beautiful. So that was Over the Top gloss. So now we're going to swatch the 2 lipsticks that are in the collection. This case is beautiful. You guys can see it. It's this beautiful like matte nude case. Rose gold detail. Joseph Colors is in rose golds. Desi and Katy's name are right there. And this is what the shade looks like. I really like this nude lipstick, and I don't have a liner. I don't have anything on with it. So there's no products that are like truly universal. There's some things that look better on some skin tones and some things that work with other skin tones. But I always appreciate when something is more inclusive. And I feel like this lip is one of those shades. Even if it can't be used across the entire skin tone spectrum, it's something that I feel like a lot of skin tones can use, especially medium or deep skin tones, which I really like. They're also really comfortable, and no shade to any other brands that only have products that are geared to a specific demographic, especially if they come out with products that are geared to different demographics. But I think that this is something that would still look really nice on fair skin tones and also deeper skin tones. So that's definitely a plus in my book. So this is in the shade More Creamer Please, which I think is a cute name too. The next shade we're going to swatch is No Shade. It's the exact same case, the matte nude with the rose gold details. And this one is more, looks more like a pinky nude, but I won't really be able to tell until I swatch it. But I'm a nude girl, so I'm definitely here for it. That's really pretty too. This nude is also really pretty, but with my skin tone, I will definitely have to wear a lip liner. It looks just a little light on me. I'm using a really neutral lip liner because I don't want to change the color too much. I just want to slightly deepen the edges, just a tad. So now that I've tried both lipsticks, I would say that No Shade is probably better if you have light to medium skin, if you just want to wear it on its own. But you can pair it with a lip liner if you're medium to deep and you like to wear it. And same thing with More Creamer Please. I think More Creamer Please is best for like medium to deep skin tones, but you can definitely use it if you're fair, if you like that color. I think that it still looks really pretty on fair skin. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of Over the Top, and I just want to apply it over this lip because I want to see what it looks like over the nudes. So I think it's a really pretty nude lip with a gloss. You don't really see that gold shimmer in there. I'd say it's either best worn on its own because that's when I can really see it, or paired over something deeper so that it pops and it gives that contrast. But since the gold is similar to this nude shade, you're not really gonna see that shift in the lip gloss. That's what it looks like. The last two products in this collab are the matte liquid lipsticks, which look like this. The case is a little bit different than the traditional Dose of Colors case. This is what it usually looks like. But I'm really digging the nude, and since there's only 2 shades, you don't have to like worry about there being a million shades and you not being able to find your color. There's only 2 shades. One is Hot Fire and one is Savage. Now these two both look so beautiful, and I was really excited for Hot Fire because it's a really pretty like red, like orangey red. So I'm just gonna give you a quick swatch of Hot Fire. Oh, that's pretty. And we also have Savage, which is like this deep, deep, deep plum shade. That one's really pretty, and that one's gonna be hella bomb for fall. The pigment on these is really nice, but Dose has a really nice formula. I'm not positive if these are the same. I'm assuming because it's from, you know, the Dose of Colors brand, but the pigmentation's always been really nice. You just have to make sure that you moisturize your lips and you exfoliate before you apply them, because they do last all day, but they are a little bit dry. They don't bother me. I personally like drier matte because I don't have to like reapply as often, but some people may get a little bit agitated with that. So all I do is usually moisturize my lips really well and exfoliate so that any dead skin that you have is not like visible after you apply the liquid lipstick, and then you should be good to go. So this is what Hot Fire looks like on the lips. It's still drying down a little bit. Once it dries down, it'll be completely matte. It's like an ultra matte. Feels really comfortable on the lips so far. I love the opacity. The color is stunning. It's like this orangey red shade, very vibrant. It'll look really pretty in the summertime, and you can also wear this transitioning into the fall. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play with the eyeshadow palette with this lip because I want to see what it looks like, and then I'm going to switch over to the deeper lip. I'm just grabbing some matte shades. This is out of the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette. This one is by Chloe Morello. So I just wanted to add a little bit of depth to the eye. So I'm going in with Unconditional and then On Fire. So I'm just going to go in with the Noli, and then I'm going to go in with Suze just on the center of the lid, because those two colors really spoke to me. Now I'm going to be using my finger first. So these are really easy to apply. I didn't apply any primer on my lid. I just did all over primer. But I didn't apply anything just to make this product stick to my lid. That was pretty damn easy. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Suze, which is right here. That pigment is intense. Honestly, this product is pretty user-friendly, which is really nice. Like if you struggle using brushes and or you like using your hands to do your makeup. So I do have a little bit of fallout. So I know they say you shouldn't use a brush, but I'm going to try with Suze just because I want a pop in my tear duct, and I know I'm not gonna be able to stick my finger in there. So that's what the tear duct highlight looks like. Super pretty. So they say recommended with a damp finger, but you can definitely use a damp brush if you need to just use a pencil brush to get in there. I'm like really feeling this palette. It's coming through, especially for the days you don't want to spend a lot of time doing your makeup. You just want something very pretty, something to just be able to pop on some lashes, and you just want a lot of like shimmer and glam going on. I know some people may not be crazy about the finger thing, but some products are just easier to manipulate when you're using your hand, and some are just easier to use with a brush. So it's not a big deal to me at all, and I really like the pigmentation obviously while using my fingers. My nails aren't long right now, so it's totally fine for me to use my hands. If you do have longer nails, you might be a little bit more irritated if you have to use your fingers. I would definitely say try it with a damp brush, because you guys did see with Suze that I was able to add that shade into my tear duct without an issue just with using a damp brush. So I would definitely say try that. Now I just want to play with the highlighters really quickly before I change my lips so you guys can see a full demo with all the products. So I'm just using a Sigma F03 brush, and this is in the shade Fuego. So I'm just picking up a little bit of that product, going back and forth. So this is what Fuego looks like. It's a very, very beautiful highlight. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. This one is more yellow based. And the other one is more rose gold. So I'm going to do one on one side. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. It doesn't sit on top of the skin. It does seem to blend in with my foundation really nicely, although I've had my foundation on for a few hours. It's not giving me a problem, and I do obviously apply a lot of powder to keep myself more mattified. This side is Fuego, and now I'm going to do Mírame on the other side, so this doesn't have any highlight on it. I really like the formula of these as well, and I went in a little bit heavier so you guys can really see how intense that pigmentation is. That's too heavy on this side. So if I ever go crazy, I just take my powder brush and I just go over that, and that just helps to diffuse that product a little bit. Okay, now we have one more lip to swatch, and then I'm going to share with you my final thoughts on the entire collection. Thought I was gonna leave more of a stain, but it's not too bad. And this is the final shade, Savage, which is such a hot color. I'm absolutely loving it. The formulation is really nice. It's this very, very like deep plum shade. Almost kind of looks like blackberry. It's very, very deep. If you were to take a picture with it with no lights, it would almost look black. Kind of reminds me of Damned by Kat Von D, which is one of my absolute favorite shades, especially for the fall time. I think that this shade will also look really nice on most skin tones, if not all. The only reason it wouldn't look good on you is if you wouldn't feel comfortable wearing a lipstick this deep, but I think that this shade is very versatile and it'll look beautiful on all skin tones. So let's talk about price really quickly. The eyeshadow palette, which comes with 4 ultra metallic shadows, retails for $28, so they're $7 a shadow. I think MAC shadows are like $12 to $15. I think that these are reasonably priced, especially the quality of these. They're really, really nice. They're super soft. They have this very beautiful metallic-y, ultra reflective pigment to them. They don't feel chalky. They do kick up a little bit, especially Sue's, just a tiny amount. And the other ones, if you pick up too much of it, you'll see that you'll get a little bit of buildup of the products. But if you use a light hand, you just go in and grab the amount of product that you need, you shouldn't have that issue. The lipsticks are $16 each, which I think is very standard for lipsticks. I think that the casing is beautiful. It's a collab product. Something else that I love about this collaboration is that it is very inclusive. No matter what your skin tone is, I think that there's something for everyone. If you are not into traditional lipsticks, there's matte lipsticks. If you're not into highlighters, there's eyeshadow palette. So there's a little bit of everything. And I also think that they really took the time to make sure that everyone was covered for the most part in reference to skin tone. There are some things that may look better on one skin tone compared to the other, but I think that for the most part, these products are definitely versatile, especially if you use 1 or 2 tricks like a lip liner or a lip gloss or whatever, just to like lighten or deepen the look if you really, really love a shade. And that's something that I definitely appreciate. It's just better when this is on for everybody. The quality of these products is Dose of Colors. I think Dose of Colors puts out amazing products. Desi and Katy are both perfectionists. Everything that they put out is really nicely thought out. Everything always looks clean and beautiful, and it's the same with these products. The packaging is on point. I think that the quality of the products is on point. I like the color ranges. I think that the prices are reasonable. The liquid lipsticks retail for $18. The lip gloss retails for $15, which I think is pretty standard. Obviously, there are products that you can find a little bit cheaper or a little bit more expensive, but Dose of Colors is a mid-range brand, and I think that these prices are very like spot on for them, and I think that they're very competitive in the industry. And the highlighters retail for $28. This is the only product that I feel might be like slightly overpriced. When I originally heard the price, I'm like, okay, $30 for a highlighter isn't excessively expensive, especially for a brand like Dose of Colors. Then I did a little bit of research, and the Anastasia highlighters are also $28. So it's basically the entire collaboration. I think that they did such an amazing job basically executing everything. Everything is so well thought out. There are 5 lip products, but I feel like everything is so different. They didn't just put out like 5 different nudes and everything was very similar. So there was like a pinky nude, and then the golden peach nude, and then the red, and then that deep plum, and then the gloss, and I feel like everything is so different. And if you love them all, you're like like, damn, I can't just pick one out of this collab. I feel like I need them all. I think the highlights are both really pretty. The eyeshadow palette is really, really nice. I love the pigmentation of the shadows. I think overall they did an amazing job. Dose of Colors did a great job executing the packaging and the quality of the products. They kept the standard really, really high, which is something that's appreciated. Sometimes collabs come out and they are not up there in reference to what people are expecting. I feel like they came through with this collab. Everything went over without a hitch. Something really, really nice. So I personally would purchase all this stuff. I think that it's a great collab and I definitely see myself using all of it. Let me know what you guys think. If there's something that you absolutely love, if there's something that you feel like you're gonna skip out on, just let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and thank you so much for checking out my video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.